Going live. Okay. Today's May 25th, 2025. It's Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. Sunday. Got up this morning to bright sun. And I don't think that the weatherman said that this is the way it was going to go. So I wasn't really expecting it. But I got up this morning, grabbed a cup of coffee, went out on the side deck by the pool, which is still green, by the way. We haven't done anything with it. I just sat there in the sun for a half an hour because it's been overcast for quite a while, at least a week before we've seen bright sun like this. And the sun really does something to you. And then I came out to this and everything was settled. I just put the cows out on pasture yesterday. Well, the big pasture, they've been out on the small pasture since the 16th. That's when you put cows out, May 16th. I learned that when I first got here. May 16th, that's when you put them out. That's what an old guy told me. So that's what I do. But anyway, I came out here and looked around and figured out what we have to do. We've started milking, and that goes on for about an hour. And I was inspired. And I was inspired to do something that I can do. And so it made me start thinking, well, maybe somebody needs to hear this. Some new homesteader needs to hear this. A friend of mine calls me the Reverend. So it was last weekend. Last weekend was the Mitten Homesteaders Conference. Was that last weekend? Doesn't matter. But I was asked to give an inspirational talk. And to me, it's sort of like, I agreed to do it, but it's sort of like giving a comedy routine as opposed to you just hanging out with friends and stuff starts happening, you wind up laughing your butts off. You know, okay, make us laugh. Okay, inspire us. Somebody just pulled in the driveway on a Sunday. Well, so I did the best I could. I tried to inspire people and about homesteading and small farms and all that stuff. And it kind of centered around, a bigger picture item like who you are and whose property you are stewarding. It's centered around that, which I think is valid, but it's a big picture item. It's like, I didn't make these cows, but I'm the guy that makes the fences to lead them to the greenest pastures that I can, right? I'm that guy. But today I started seeing a smaller picture item, and I can get inspired if it's something that I can do. Like if I watch a seagull flying around, how inspirational. Not to me, because I can't fly. It's like, I can't do that. It would be nice, but I can't do that. I literally cannot do that at this point. I cannot fly. Weren't born with wings and don't know all about that, so I cannot fly, so it doesn't really inspire me. But the stuff that does inspire me is stuff that I can do. Maybe don't know the whole process, but I'll figure it out as I go, and I usually do. Sometimes I don't. It takes time. It doesn't all come at the same time. But this morning I was thinking about what we have built recently. We started last fall building out the milk house. We're building our dairy more intentionally. It's like, okay, we need this. This would make this easier. So we're doing it. And this week I did 3 things that I can think of right now. I installed a dishwasher in there. I purchased a two-tier cart, four-wheeled cart that I can put jars on. And I purchased a stainless steel transfer pump so I can, to fill jars, I'm not putting it in a pitcher and then putting the pitcher in. I'm just putting a line down into the tank and switching it on and then filling jars with that. And it filters at the same time. So I made those gains this week on that, and a few other ones too. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, there was probably 2 other pretty good gains there. And that, when I come out on a Sunday and it's bright and nice and I see that, then I get inspired. Wow, look what we did. This week is going to be better. This is going to be the best week of our lives, that type of thing. And it really feels good. It feels good. You know, it's inspiring. It's like, okay. So there's a technique that we're in the process of mastering. And I started it when I was probably about 10 years old. My father shared it with me. You know, I was just kind of brought up in it, I guess. My father was born in 21, so he was a Depression-era kid. Being born in that year, you wouldn't have known what it was like before, you know, the roaring 20s. But he was a young man during the Depression. So they learned to do more with less. And so he kind of taught that to me. Just a real quick story. In the early 60s, well, I'd have been 10 in 70. So I was born in 60. So they had the dump in town, and it's where you went with the station wagon and dumped the stuff. This is before they had trash pickup in our town anyway. And we would go every 2 weeks to the dump. And I really like going to the dump because sometimes I find stuff that I'm bringing home and my father sanctioned it. Like when we went to the dump, sometimes we would bring more stuff home than we dropped off. So I learned at an early age what's good and what's not good. And as I've gotten older, I really realized that everything's good. You know, even like a paper bag is good. I can start the wood stove with it. You know, piece of plastic. Whoa, that's oil right there. That's petroleum. That's good. Tin cans. Oh, that's scrap metal if I can't figure out something else to do with it. You know, so everything's good. But I started this journey of scrounging, is what I'll call it. Being a scrounger. Scroungers International, SI. Baker's Green Acres, Scroungers International Certified, right? Whatever that is. And I could walk you into that milk house right now, and 90% of what is in there is scrounged. Well, I could have gone out and bought brand new steel if I wanted to, but I had taken all this steel off the roof to re-accomplish the roof line. And all this nice strong barn steel, I mean, it was put on there in the 60s. It was still in pretty good condition, so we used it on the inside. And to me, it's better than new steel. I did have to buy some new steel to do one wall, but that was the wall where food prep was going to be happening, and I thought that clean, light-colored steel was better. Oh, I didn't buy that. I scrounged that, now that I think about it. I got that from Keith Sutton. We did some swapping for that. I'm not sure where he got it, but it was not purchased new. Okay. And so scrounging is something that you got to develop into. When somebody throws something away, it can be even better than free. Better than free. You will have people that will say, hey, I got some, I'll pay you to take it. And you look at it, okay, you're going to pay me money, and I can use it to do this. It's sort of like a game. And you feel I mean, why do you feel good if you win at Monopoly? You don't actually get anything. Why do you feel good if you win at Risk? You know, the game Risk. You're not actually at war. Bug flew in my mouth. But this is a real game. And, you know, you build something like a milk house, it makes that process go so much more smoothly. And it's real, you know. 20 gallons of milk go out of there every day. That equates to real gain. And I don't like to say real money. It's real gain. You know, we're wealthier today than we were yesterday because we milk the cows. And we're able to trade their milk for something that we need. It's cool. It's really cool. One of these days I'll give a tour of the milk house. I'm not going to do it now because the vacuum pump's running in there now and my first load of milk's going to be coming in. So I got to get in there and make it happen. But that is my message for today is master scrounging. It has served me so well. So well. There's so much stuff around here that we find. And then you got to have a storage area. So we refer to it as the junk pile, but it's more like a storage area for stuff that we come across that, hey, that might be good later. So let's scrounge that. We might need that later. And the economic gain on it is unbelievable if you think about it. You push the numbers, you say, well, if I bought all this steel to go on the interior here, it would only be $600. And then if I pay to get rid of this steel that I just took off the roof, that would cost me about $200 to have the junk man come pick it up. I could take the scrap myself. But if I use it, I'm ahead the first 600 and possibly the second 600. So that's rate of gain. That is scrounging 101 right there. Be a scrounger. And remember, anyone can farm.